Welcome back, everyone. This is Personal Finance for Us, and today we're going to be talking about baby step number 3, your fully funded emergency fund. Now, just as a reminder, what is your fully funded emergency fund? It's going to be 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses. So if your bare bones expenses are $2,000 a month, it means that 3 months, 2 times 3 would be $6,000. 6 months would be 2 times 6 is 12, so $6,000 to $12,000, depending on how many months you decide is going to be comfortable for you. Now, keep in mind that this is a bare bones budget. This is Walmart and Aldi. This is not Whole Foods, okay? So streaming services, cable, all that thing, cut, gone. Just kind of how things were when you were scraping together to get out of debt. Same kind of feel, because it's going to be assumed that obviously in the event of job loss that you're going to have to scale back on some things. All right. So, but first, let's talk about what your emergency fund isn't. Your emergency fund isn't a new car fund. It isn't a home maintenance, home improvement fund. It is an emergency fund, okay, for emergencies. And it's not even really for like maintenance things, right? So for example, you drive a car every day, you know at some point you're going to need new tires. New tires are not an emergency, okay? That's a regular maintenance item that you know is coming. You're driving the car, you're wearing out the tires, you're gonna need new tires. So these are the sorts of things that we plan for, we budget for, so that they don't become emergencies, okay? What your emergency fund is insurance, okay? So if you lose your job, it's there. If you get hurt and you can't work, it's there. In fact, really with a fully funded emergency fund, that eliminates the need for short-term care insurance, because effectively you've saved enough money to self-insure. In fact, on the subject of disability and injury, your fully funded emergency fund can even give you a little bit of extra breathing room if, God forbid, you have to take FMLA because you have a family member that's hurt or injured. It gives you that flexibility to take an extra month off if you don't have a month's vacation and be unpaid for FMLA because you've self-insured. All right, so where do we put that money? What do we do with it? Okay, the big thing is going to be, for most of us, is to keep it away from ourselves. Even I do this, as much as I'm not that much of a natural spender. I still keep that money separate from where I do my everyday banking. And this is for a couple of reasons. One, interest rate is a little bit higher there than at my traditional bank. But two, the big thing is going to be, it will alleviate that temptation to manipulate that money. What do I mean by that? It eliminates that negotiating, right? Because like if you have that little bit of money there in savings, it'll keep you from going, oh, okay, well, I'll spend this extra $1,000 and I'll just put it back. It's much easier to overspend when the money is readily accessible. So the idea is to keep it accessible enough for when you need it, but not overly accessible to yourself, okay? If it's in a separate bank, or in my case, even an online bank, I can't even go to an ATM to be tempted to pull the money out. I have to wait at least 1 business day for that money to transfer from that account to my checking account. So therefore, the temptation to make some sort of knee-jerk spend is effectively gone, because it's going to take more than a day to even complete the transaction. So that's what you want. So a high yield savings account, out of sight, out of mind. Put the money there and forget it. For emergencies, hence emergency savings fund. Do not, please, under any circumstances, do not treat this money like an investment. Again, this is an insurance, not investment. You do not want to have your emergency fund in the stock market, okay? That's, again, not the best place for it. Taxes and all these things, keep it separate, okay? Insurance is financial defense. Investing is financial offense. Your emergency savings fund is financial defense. Some people, this is going to be the most money they've ever held in their entire lives. Now is not the time to go dump all that money into some stock tip you heard, okay? Thinking you're going to strike it rich. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Alright everyone, that is going to do it for this video. That was baby step number 3. Fully funding your emergency savings fund. Don't be tempted to skip this step. Don't be tempted to just go ahead and jump right into investing or anything like that. This is such a crucial step. This is a big part of your defense. It's a big part of your hedge. If you do want to go start your own business, get this in line first, and then let that be your foundation, and then start saving for a future business idea or something like that. So that way when you are ready to give up your day job, you got a little bit of cushion there. So that's going to be your fundamental piece. It's going to be the piece that gives you the freedom to kind of move a little bit more and make decisions. It's much easier to tell a job goodbye and take a risk on a new adventure if you know you have a little bit of cash pad in you, okay? So that'll do it. Next video is going to be baby step number 4. That's when we're going to start talking about investing. Exciting stuff. That's going to be our financial offense, but please, please, please treat baby step 3 as its own, as it's intended to be, as that insurance. Until next time, peace.